Hi, welcome to your 90-day challenge. I'm Jennifer Barber, and hopefully I am your promoter or somebody on my team is. One of the first things I want to talk to you about is a little 4-step system of getting started on your challenge. So one of the first things you want to do is assess your situation, okay? That means we need to measure you, we need before and after photos, and you need to get on the scale and weigh yourself, okay? So hopefully you have all these things and you're able to have access to a scale regularly. So you do want to weigh yourself every few days, maybe every 3 days or so, or at least once a week to measure your progress. You're going to want to get a tape measure because sometimes you lose in inches and you don't see the scale move. So get a measuring tape, and it's important you know where to measure, okay? So you'll need to write this information down. It's a food log and a place where you're going to write down all of your measurements and your progress as you go through your 90-day challenge, okay? So really quickly, I want to show you where to measure your body, okay? So one of the first areas you're going to want to measure is going to be your arm. And you want to make sure you measure on your biceps. So at the very middle of your arm, so that would be about here, okay? So you're going to take your tape measure, make sure you're at the right end, okay? And you're going to wrap this around and write down your measurement, okay? So you want to do this on, if you want to, if you're right-handed or whatever hand you are, that arm may be slightly larger, so it might be a good idea to take measurements of both your arms. Another area you're going to want to measure is going to be your chest. So the proper way to do that is you do want to get it all the way around you, and you're going to go right over the nipple line, okay? So go ahead and take that measurement, write it down. You want to have maybe one finger between your body and the tape so that it's pretty accurate. You also want to make sure the same person measures you every time you measure. So if it's you, great. If it's not you and you're having someone help you and measure you, make sure they continue to do that for you throughout your challenge, and it's the same person, okay? Now, another place you're going to want to measure is going to be your belly, okay? So you want to find your belly button, your waistline, I'm sorry. You're going to find your belly button, make sure that your tape measure goes right over it, okay? And go ahead and write that measurement down, okay? And then your hips. Now your hips, you're going to want to find the middle of your bottom, like right in the center of your bottom. You're going to put the tape right there. And in the front, you're going to feel your hip bones. So kind of, feel where your hip bones come together and just pull in the measuring tape right there. And about 1 inch, you're going to measure, okay? You're also going to want to do your leg. So you can either do it really high up, as high as you can, in your crotch there a little bit, and go ahead and measure that. Or you can go down your leg a little if you prefer, and go ahead and measure that. I'd say a little bit higher might be a little more accurate. And write all your measurements down so you don't forget. It's not a bad idea to get an ewe photo, and that's a photo that you hate. Find a picture of yourself where you're like, oh my gosh, I look fat, or I look unhealthy, or whatever you're unhappy about that's brought you here to your 90-day challenge. Get an ew photo and put it on your fridge, and let that be a little bit of your motivation. And then as we progress, maybe you'll find a photo of you that looks, or somebody that looks a little more the way you want to look, and you can put that picture next to your ew photo as your potential before and afters. So whatever motivates you, you want to keep it in front of you, and definitely make sure you assess your situation. You measure and you weigh regularly throughout your 90-day challenge, at least once a week weigh, probably every 3 days. And you want to take your measurements, I'd say about every 2 weeks, to measure your progress. Okay, good luck. I'll see you soon. I wanna rock right now. I wanna rock right now. I wanna rock right now.